Rucker, the tying run at first, 1 out, bottom of the ninth. Wright State 8, Tennessee 5. Ball hit high in the air into right field. Going back is Sayre, and Tennessee can say hello, win column. A grand slam in the bottom of the ninth. You can't draw it up any better.
Win column. Hello, Talkin VAWLS Network. This is the Indy Kid coming at you. Tennessee is Omaha bound. They play the University of Virginia Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN2. Want to preview that game today and also want to look at their potential second game opponents, whether that be Mississippi State or Texas as well. Before you get into that, guys, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for any notifications, the latest videos. Boogie's put out some football videos this week. Talked about the departure of Malachi Weidman. Today, he's also discussed some other topics along the way, win-loss totals and stuff. We will also be going live after each game of the College World Series this weekend. Based on the schedule I'm looking at, that should enable at least one, if not both of us, to go live after each game. So after the game Sunday, we'll be going live. And then the next game, if Tennessee win or lose, they'll play again on Tuesday. If they lose, they'll play at 2 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPNU. Or if they win, they'll play at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN2. The schedule's kind of unclear. After that, it really doesn't break down who plays in what game. It just kind of says game 9, game 10, and so forth. I'm thinking they'll probably play on either Thursday or Friday if they make it through that, obviously. But, again, University of Virginia, they came back and beat Dallas Baptist to take the series. One thing I've noticed about Virginia in this regionals, of course, they're tough to put out. They have won 6 games in a row now when facing elimination. But the one thing that stood out is in game 1 of both the regionals and the super regionals, Virginia's been beat. I mean, they've been close games that they've lost on, but still yet they've lost the first game of each series. But just kind of looking over Virginia and what stands out to me, I'm looking at their offense. They've got a 263 team batting average. Their top guy is Kyle Teal, 320 batting average. He has 9 home runs, 40 RBIs, 5 stolen bases. They have a few guys through the lineup that likes to run. Looks like Zach Giloff, and I apologize if I'm mispronouncing that. He's your second leading hitter, 298, 9 home runs, 39 RBIs, 11 stolen bases out of 12 attempts. Devin Ortiz, 284, 8 home runs, 34 RBIs, 3 stolen bases. And then the averages start kind of dropping drastically. There are a couple guys down their lower here is Nick Kent, 242, 8 home runs, 45 RBIs, 14 stolen bases. So looks like a guy that you definitely can't take lightly based on his average. And then Chris Newell, 239, 11 stolen bases as well. So that looks like your main guys there, and they've got a couple guys that come off the bench, maybe in pinch hitting situations. But looking at their pitching staff as well, 3.61 ERA, which is definitely respectable. But there's a few things that stand out. Their ace is Andrew Abbott, 3.04 ERA, 8-6. There's a lot in you, 100 and 2/3 innings pitched, 152 strikeouts to 30 walks. That's pretty impressive right there. That's almost that's basically a batter and a half per inning that he's striking out. That's pretty crazy numbers right there. He was a Golden Spikes semifinalist for Impact Player. Opponent's batting average 228, 13 home runs given up. I'm pretty sure that's who Tennessee's going to see on Sunday. You know, the thing of it, I was looking at when they played Jacksonville and then when they played South Carolina. When they played South Carolina and then Dallas Baptist. Abbott threw both games. He did lose both games. He did not go very deep into the game, around 5 innings each time. Definitely a good pitcher. I don't know what his repertoire of pitches is. Not sure if he's a hard thrower, if he's more of a breaking ball guy or whatever. Those strikeouts definitely stand out right there. Their next starter, I'm not sure who their number 2 guy is. Is it Mike? Is it Vassell? 4.82 ERA, 65 strikeouts, 74 and 2/3 innings pitched. And then I know in their winning game against Dallas Baptist on Monday, it was Griff McGarry. 6.06 ERA, 0-5 record, 35 and 2/3 innings pitched, but 61 strikeouts. That's another crazy number of strikeouts right there. So, this looks like a decent pitching staff here, but, I'll go back to what I said in the LSU series. I just think Tennessee's a better baseball team than Virginia, and that's taken nothing away from Virginia. Virginia's season totals, 35-25, 18-18 in conference. Right there. Played some decent ball down the stretch, won a couple games in the ACC tournament. They were put out by Duke. The one common thing I've seen in common, they did play Liberty and beat them earlier in the season by 1 run. But I just think Tennessee's a better team, guys. That's just what it boils down to. And I fully expect Tennessee. I expect you're going to see Chad Dallas game 1. They've been able to maintain their rotations. They've been able to save their bullpen. This is going to be a fresh team going in, as they haven't lost the game in the postseason yet. I don't think that starts on Sunday, and that's no disrespect to Virginia. I just think the better team wins, and the better team up to this point and in all facets is Tennessee. So I fully expect Tennessee to come out and take care of business on Sunday at 2 p.m. And then, if they win that game or when they win that game, they'll play at 7 p.m. on Tuesday against either Mississippi State or Texas. And just kind of looking at these teams a little bit. Texas has got some pretty interesting numbers. Texas is not a team that kills you necessarily with the home run. They've got 3 guys with double-digit home runs and 1 with 9. But their batting average is 281 team average. They like to run a lot. They have Mike Antico, 39 stolen bases. Eric Kennedy, 17 stolen bases. The rest of the lineup has, a few here and there, but looks like they're more of a doubles hitting team. Just, a good base hitting team. 4 averages over 300, 288, and then you're looking at 269, 262, 255, 251. For their lineup. Their pitching, on the other hand, is 289 ERA. And their starters, both guys, their main starters, it looks like, are Ty Madden and Tristan Stevens, 16 starts each, 2.41 and 2.97 ERA for both of them. Strikeout, both of them, over 100 innings pitched for the year. Ty Madden has 119 strikeouts. Stevens, 74 strikeouts. So not a big strikeout pitcher. Their bullpen looks like Cole Quintanilla, 24 appearances, 1.29 ERA. Their save guy, Aaron Nixon, 2.35, 8 saves, 30 and 2/3 innings pitched, 34 strikeouts. So they're not the big strikeout team that Virginia is, but a solid team, just a solid team all around. And if I look at Mississippi State, 282 batting average right here. They've their numbers are kind of Mississippi State can hit the long ball. They've got some pretty good averages throughout their lineup. Now, obviously, Tennessee played them in the SEC tournament and run ruled them. I don't think Mississippi State necessarily threw their aces that day. I think they threw their number 2 guy, but their main pitcher, which we won't see their ace if we play them on Tuesday, either game right there. So Will Bednar, 3.53, 7-1 record. I think more than likely in game 2, you're going to see Christian McLeod. Looks like he's maybe their number 2 guy. And then after that, Jackson Fristow. Looks like the guy with the 3rd most starts, just by looking at their stat comp. 4.05 ERA, so not a real strong pitching staff. But if you get to a guy like Landon Sims, throws a lot of innings, and then Houston Harding Harding out of the bullpen, 53 and a third innings pitched as well. I just think Tennessee, I believe they're better than Mississippi State and Virginia. I would be playing Texas will be interesting because Tennessee's proven they can win any kind of game, whether it's low scoring or whether it's high scoring. And this team's playing good baseball right now. The bullpen is rested and the bullpen's thrown good. And, what stands out to me, I know I'm kind of bouncing around, but just looking at, zero back in on Virginia here. Virginia has a lot of guys who's thrown innings throughout the year. Just kind of looking, Abbott has thrown 102 innings pitched, but then you look at their bullpen, and a couple different guys have started numerous games, but they've used their bullpen a lot. It seems like where there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys listed in the bullpen that have thrown at least 23 innings. And most of those guys are over 30. Actually, Brandon Neek, 1.293 ERA, 2-0, has thrown 23 and a third innings pitched. The rest of the guys that I mentioned here are over 30 innings pitched right there. So they have used their bullpen a lot, and you've got to think that bullpen, obviously they're getting almost a week off from Monday, but they have used their bullpen a lot. Tennessee's main 3 guys out of the bullpen, as we know, or main 4 is Camden Sewell. Sean Hunley's going to be the guy when it comes down to it. Redmond Walsh, and then Kirby Cannell. And right now I think you'll see more of Sewell, Walsh, and Hunley right there. If it gets later on into the tournament, who knows where they go with that. But, the main thing Tennessee needs, Chad Dallas threw one of his best games of the year against LSU this past week. We need that out of him again on Sunday when he plays Virginia. I'd like to see him go at least 7 out of it. That way you can turn it over to lead to Hunley at that point. Same when you come back on Tuesday, whether you're facing, whomever you're facing. You're going to face Texas or Mississippi State one way or another on Tuesday. So you want Tidwell, same thing, to get into that 7th inning, and he's been doing a pretty good job of that lately as well. So once you get past that, then the other half is going to be, you've got Vanderbilt, Stanford, Arizona, and NC State. That Vanderbilt-Arizona game is going to be interesting. Arizona can hit. I watched them against Ole Miss. Some of that series. It was a good series, but, man, when they're hot, and they can definitely hit the ball. That'll be tested against Vandy, going against Rocker this week as they'll play on Saturday. But, again, we'll be covering this weekend, and just want to make mention here as well, as you see streaming across the bottom, that's the link to our merchandise section. We got a pretty sweet looking new Talkin VAWLS baseball logo and design coming out here soon. It's not finalized yet, but I've seen kind of the preliminary pictures of it so far, and it looks pretty cool stuff. So hope you guys will like it as well. But that's going to wrap this up here. Can't wait till Omaha this weekend. It's been a long time, guys. It's been 16 years. We can't definitely ever take it for granted. If you're able to, I hope you're able to get out to Omaha. I'd love nothing more than to be able to go out there this weekend. Unfortunately, just not in the cards. Maybe one day, hopefully, this team will get back sooner than 16 years at this point. But it's exciting. This baseball team has rejuvenated this fan base. This fan base has embraced them. I hope they'll travel this weekend. And I fully expect out of all the teams out there that there will be the most Tennessee Orange. It's fan base that travels, especially when the team's winning. It travels regardless, but especially when they're winning. But you guys have a great day. Enjoy the week. Get ready for this weekend as it's go time come Sunday. I still maintain the curse of Tennessee athletics is lifted. We're going to see this Tennessee team come out. They're going to give their all. And let's hope, starting Sunday, that we play on until at least the following Tuesday or Wednesday if needed. That means we would make it to the College World Series finals. So you guys have a good rest of your day. Y'all take care, and I will see you this weekend.